Cowboys Nation. Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analyses, rumors, to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. The buzz around the Dallas Cowboys has taken a dramatic turn, and fans can barely contain their excitement as whispers grow louder about a major defensive shift that could redefine the team's identity. The name on everyone's lips right now is Chase Young, a player whose presence alone has been known to disrupt entire offensive schemes. While nothing has been officially confirmed in the most rigid sense, the growing speculation feels less like a distant possibility and more like an inevitable move that is already sending shockwaves through the league. For a franchise that has long searched for that final piece to elevate its defense into something truly feared, this potential acquisition feels like a statement of intent. It is not just about adding talent, but about adding an edge, a mentality, and a relentless force that can tilt the balance of any game. Fans have started to imagine what it would look like to see Young in that iconic uniform, charging off the edge with aggression and purpose, turning routine plays into chaos for opposing quarterbacks. What makes this rumor even more intriguing is the timing and the broader context surrounding the Cowboys' ambitions. There's been a growing sense that the team is ready to make a bold push to move beyond being competitive and step firmly into the territory of dominance. Bringing in a player like Chase Young would align perfectly with that vision. He represents not just raw ability, but a kind of explosive potential that can elevate everyone around him. Defensive coordinators dream of having a player who demands double teams on nearly every snap, freeing up opportunities for teammates to thrive. The ripple effect of his presence could be massive, turning an already solid defensive front into something far more unpredictable and dangerous. It is this kind of transformation that fuels the speculation, making it feel like more than just a rumor, but rather a strategic move that fits seamlessly into the team's evolving blueprint. There is also the psychological impact to consider, something that often gets overlooked in these discussions. When a player of Chase Young's caliber enters the locker room, it changes the atmosphere. It raises expectations, intensifies competition, and sends a clear message that mediocrity is no longer acceptable. For a team like the Cowboys, which thrives under the spotlight and carries immense pressure from its fan base, adding such a figure could serve as a catalyst for a new era. Teammates would be pushed to elevate their own performances, knowing they're lining up alongside someone who brings intensity on every single play. Opponents, on the other hand, would have to rethink their entire approach, adjusting protections and game plans to account for his disruptive presence. This kind of psychological warfare is often what separates good teams from truly great ones, and it is precisely why this rumor has gained so much traction among analysts and fans alike. As the speculation continues to build, insiders and observers have started to connect the dots, pointing to subtle signs that suggest something significant could be in the works. Whether it is shifts in roster decisions, strategic cap management, or the quiet confidence in recent interviews, there's an underlying narrative that seems to support the idea of a major defensive addition. Chase Young's name keeps surfacing in these conversations, almost as if it is the missing piece everyone has been hinting at without saying it outright. This kind of sustained buzz does not emerge out of nowhere. It is often rooted in real discussions happening behind closed doors. For fans who have been following the team closely, these clues feel like breadcrumbs leading toward a potentially game-changing announcement. The anticipation is building, and with each passing moment, the possibility of seeing Young in a Cowboys uniform feels increasingly tangible. Of course, with any high-profile rumor, there are layers of complexity that make the situation even more fascinating. Questions arise about how such a move would reshape the defensive scheme, how it would impact existing players, and what it would mean for the team's long-term strategy. Yet, these uncertainties only add to the intrigue. The idea of pairing Chase Young with the current defensive core opens up endless possibilities, from more aggressive pass rush packages to creative alignments that could confuse even the most experienced defensive lines. It is this sense of unpredictability that makes the rumor so captivating. Fans are not just imagining a new player joining the roster. They are envisioning a complete transformation of the team's defensive identity, one that prioritizes pressure, disruption, and relentless pursuit. The excitement surrounding this speculation has reached a point where it feels like the entire Cowboys community is holding its breath, waiting for confirmation. Social media is flooded with discussions, debates, and bold predictions, each one adding another layer to the narrative. Some believe this could be the move that finally pushes the team over the edge, turning them into a legitimate powerhouse. Others approach it with cautious optimism, aware that rumors can sometimes take unexpected turns. Regardless of where one stands, there is no denying the energy that this story has generated. The mere possibility of Chase Young becoming the new terror of offensive lines in Dallas has ignited imaginations and sparked conversations that extend far beyond the fan base. It is a reminder of how a single player can shift the entire perception of a team, turning hope into belief and speculation into something that feels almost real. As the story continues to unfold, the second wave of speculation brings even deeper layers to the conversation, especially when analysts begin to dissect how Chase Young could fit into the Cowboys' defensive philosophy. There is a growing belief that his skill set aligns perfectly with a system that thrives on speed, aggression, and constant pressure. His ability to explode off the line, combined with his physical presence, makes him a nightmare for tackles trying to contain him. This is not just about individual brilliance, but about how that brilliance can be integrated into a collective effort that amplifies its impact. Coaches could design schemes that maximize his strengths, creating mismatches that force offenses into uncomfortable situations. The idea of quarterbacks having to make split-second decisions under relentless pressure is exactly the kind of scenario that defensive units aim to create, and Young's presence could make that a consistent reality. The speculation has also sparked conversations about how opposing teams would react to such a development. Offensive coordinators would be forced to rethink their strategies, dedicating additional resources to neutralize Young's impact. This could open up opportunities for other defenders to exploit gaps and create chaos. The strategic adjustments required to counter a player like Young often lead to unintended consequences, which could be just as valuable as the direct impact he has on the field. It is this kind of ripple effect that makes the rumors so compelling, as it suggests a transformation that goes beyond individual performance and influences the broader dynamics of the game. The idea of the Cowboys becoming a team that dictates terms rather than reacting to them is a powerful one, and it is at the heart of why this story continues to gain momentum. As the anticipation builds, there is a sense that this rumor has taken on a life of its own, evolving from a simple possibility into a narrative that captures the imagination of the entire football world. Every new piece of information, no matter how small, is analyzed and debated, adding to the growing sense that something significant could be on the horizon. The excitement is not just about the potential addition of Chase Young, but about what that addition could represent for the Cowboys as a whole. It is about the promise of a new chapter, one defined by intensity, ambition, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. This is the kind of story that keeps fans engaged, fueling discussions and building anticipation with each passing moment. In the end, whether this rumor materializes into reality or remains a tantalizing what-if, it has already achieved something remarkable. It has reignited belief, sparked imagination, and reminded everyone of the transformative power of a single player. The idea of Chase Young becoming the new terror of offensive lines in Dallas is more than just a headline. It is a vision of what could be, a glimpse into a future where the Cowboys embrace a bold and aggressive identity. For now, all eyes remain on the unfolding narrative, with fans eagerly waiting to see if this speculation will turn into one of the most impactful moves in recent memory. As the speculation refuses to fade, a new layer of intrigue begins to surface, centered around how Chase Young's arrival could redefine leadership within the Cowboys' defensive unit. There's a growing sense that his presence would not just be about performance between the lines, but about setting a tone that resonates throughout the entire locker room. Players who have been part of the system for years might find themselves inspired by the sheer intensity and hunger he brings, creating a culture where every snap is treated with urgency and purpose. This kind of leadership does not always come from speeches or visible gestures, but from consistent action, from showing up every play with the same relentless drive. Fans have started to imagine a defense that feeds off this energy, where one big play sparks another, building momentum that becomes almost impossible for opponents to stop. It is this emotional and psychological dimension that adds even more weight to the rumor, transforming it from a simple roster move into a potential cultural shift. At the same time, there's increasing discussion about how the coaching staff could creatively unleash Chase Young in ways that maximize his disruptive potential. The idea is not just to place him in a traditional role, but to move him around the formation, creating confusion and forcing offenses to constantly adjust. This kind of versatility could turn every defensive snap into a guessing game for opposing coordinators, who would have to account for his presence in multiple alignments. The unpredictability alone could be enough to tilt the balance in critical moments, especially when games are decided by small margins. Supporters of the rumor argue that this is exactly the kind of weapon the Cowboys have been missing, someone who can break structure and create chaos when it matters most. The more these possibilities are explored, the more it feels like the team is on the verge of unlocking a new level of defensive creativity, one that could set them apart from the rest of the league. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. Another fascinating angle emerging from this speculation is the potential impact on the team's identity in high-pressure situations. For years, there have been questions about whether the Cowboys can consistently rise to the occasion when the stakes are at their highest. The addition of a player like Chase Young could be the answer to those doubts, providing a reliable source of game-changing plays when everything is on the line. His ability to deliver in crucial moments could become a defining characteristic of the team, shifting the narrative from uncertainty to confidence. Fans are already envisioning scenarios where a single burst off the edge changes the course of a game, where a key sack or forced error becomes the turning point that secures victory. This is the kind of impact that transcends statistics, influencing not just outcomes, but perceptions. It is about becoming a team that others fear in decisive moments. And that is exactly what this rumor suggests could be within reach. The conversation has also expanded to include how this move could influence the broader perception of the Cowboys across the league. There is a sense that acquiring Chase Young would send a message far beyond the team's immediate circle, signaling to rivals that the Cowboys are serious about asserting themselves as a dominant force. This kind of statement can have a ripple effect, shaping how opponents prepare and even how future players view the organization. It becomes about reputation as much as results, about building an image that commands respect and demands attention. Analysts have begun to speculate that such a move could alter the balance of power, not just within their division, but across the entire competitive landscape. The idea of the Cowboys transforming into a defense-first powerhouse is one that carries significant weight, and it is fueling even more excitement around the rumor as it continues to gain traction. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.